something else. Lions OTAs, they continue, but I'm getting done tired with OTAs. Like, unless we don't get good sound, man.
We got a little sound.
See, that's the tease. We got the sound.
Yeah, we do.
There we go. Set us up, man.
Carlton Davis yesterday was talked to by a group of reporters, of course, out at Allen Park. Our old friend Corey Woods caught up with Corey Davis, and he asked him his assessment of the rookies, Terrion Arnold and Ennis Rakestraw. Here's what he had to say.
Has been limited, but what has been your early assessment of the way Arnold and Rakestraw have carried themselves?
I mean, TA, he got just a ton of confidence. He's so loud, but he has that good spirit. It's good energy around. Haven't been able to get too much around 15 yet, so I'm still feeling him out. He's been hurt. He's a little bit more quiet to himself, but I know he'll open up when we get to mesh a little bit more. But I think they have a good future, especially with the guys in our room. It's a lot of good guys. There's no guys who's really trying to hold back because they don't want to not compete. Everybody wants to compete. Everybody wants the best for each other, and it should be a good time.
There you go, Carlton Davis, the veteran of the Lions cornerbacks and defensive backs, saying that these kids are the real deal. They got a lot to learn, but they got a great guy to learn from.
Yeah, he got a great guy in Carlton Davis. We saw what he could do here in this very building, downtown Ford Field, in the playoffs from round 2. It's always good when you have leadership, when you always have a guy that's a veteran, that's been there, that's done it at a level. I think you got two guys that are coming in, and Terrion Arnold and this Rakestraw. They can flat out play. One got signed to Alabama, should have went to Alabama, decided to go to Missouri to build his own thing, and the other went to Alabama and just became another notch in Nick Saban's belt as a lot of great defensive backs. You got guys like that'll listen to a guy like that. See, it's just about getting on the same page. Those guys coming in and compete, but at the same time, listen, I think they got a shot. And this could be surprisingly come from the worst position on the Detroit Lions, maybe to one of its best.
From a weakness to a strength. Rakestraw is, somebody that I didn't really see us ending up with. I didn't want us to take him in the first round. It really sounds like this guy is going to be a Lion that is loved here in Detroit. I'm a little disappointed that neither one of these guys are taking part in OTAs. I know that Terrion's nursing a little bit of an injury. I'd like to get a little bit more work for these two, but it seems like they are so skilled at this point that they don't necessarily need an OTA, Our big three are sitting out, our big three rookies. So Jameer, Laporta, as well as Branch are all going to be sitting out. And, of course, Ragnow and Decker are as well. But otherwise, this team, the guys that need to get in there are going to be in there. We're going to get a chance to look at a lot of these later round picks. I know everybody is anxious to get a look at Manu. But I'm excited. It seems like Carlton Davis has really embraced his role here as a leader of this new look secondary and gets to kind of be a father figure and a big unk to these two guys coming in.
Yeah, and let me for all the people out there that aren't familiar with OTAs so everybody's not panicking with certain people sitting out. OTAs is just really like film study, it's lifting weights, just being there. They do have some practices, but
official team activities?
Official team, unofficial, in quotes, team activities. They do go out there and practice, but just helmets and jerseys. So
big helmets.
100% the padded helmets, which now you have the option if you want to use them during the regular season, I do believe.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just a simple space, getting guys healthy, getting guys back, the guys that are coming off the season, and then also the guys that you got to think, these young guys, the rookies, they've had a whole football season in Alabama. Mizzou actually wasn't bad last year. They've had a whole football season. Then they got ready for the combine. So now they're training January till April pretty much when they get drafted. And now when they come in, a lot of these guys are worn down a little bit. So it's not a big thing. It's just getting guys back, putting the maintenance on them. They'll be fine once minicamp starts.
Hey, Dan Campbell's also asked today, hey, Dan, is it like a Super Bowl or bust year for you? He's like, look, it's not bust. It's Super Bowl. Our goal is to win the Super Bowl. Our guys are here. Everyone's here. Everyone is healthy. Everyone is getting ready together. It's to start over again. You've got to do all the little things, and we do. And we're going to be ready. And they're going to be a problem, man. They really are. Like we said, they nearly have a perfect roster. Don't know about the backup quarterback yet. It's Hendon Hooker right now with Nate Sudfeld as the number 3 guy. We just got to keep Jared Goff up and healthy. I'm going to knock wood. And that's it.
Now, let me ask you both a question. I know that all 32 teams, when they start that season, They have one goal, and that's winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But realistically, last season to start, the Lions must have kind of been like, okay, we just need to win the division. We got to make the playoffs. Let's win it. Let's win a game. Now, were they saying it's Super Bowl or bust? I don't think they were. I think that they wanted to take those steps that they took last year and get where they got. But I think that there's a completely different attitude in Allen Park right now, where it is Super Bowl or bust. And it's never been that way here.
The way it should be every year.
100%.
That's the way it should be every year. But now the Lions have the team, they have the front office to be able to do so.
Yes.
I love the fact that he says it's not Super Bowl or bust. It's Super Bowl. The reason why I love it, don't add something else. Don't add another word. Don't add another thought process. The thought process is Super Bowl.
Manifest.
That's the thought. Speaking of manifestation, you're manifesting this Super Bowl. Don't put the but out there or out there. Don't put that one out there. The Lions are built, and we believe this, they're built in a way that they won't just get back to the NFC Championship. They will get to the Super Bowl. And when they get to the Super Bowl, last year, if the Lions would have made the Super Bowl,
W.
Tom Mazaway.
Hey, listen, he said we got to win as many games as possible, get the highest seed as possible. He's not messing around.
Yeah.
He is saying the exact words. But if you remember when they lost to the 49ers, and he put us all in our place, and he says, we might not get back here again. We might not get back here again. That was at the lowest of lows.
Yeah.
Now he's a new man again. It is May. It's ready to turn the clock to the summer here in just a few weeks. And he is locked in. I wouldn't want to have any other coach coaching my guys. I love Dan Campbell and his staff, and I love the team that Brad Holmes has put together for us. And what I mean by us, I mean all us Lions fans.
That's right.
Because we're here to stay now. We're going to be in the same breath as San Francisco and the old Seattle teams, the Dallas Cowboys back in the day, so on and so forth, moving forward. The Kansas City Chiefs, of course, the New England Patriots of the old days, 20 straight years, you knew they were going to be first place or second place. That's where the Lions are right now. And you know what? The Packers and Bears are right on their hinds. So they've got to really stay a step ahead of them as best as they can.
You know, you bring this up. You say we all believe in the Lions now. We all have faith. We all believe that they're this team. Whenever you see a list, Lions are in the top 5, or players are in the top 3, or insert schedule that says Lions this or analyst that says that. That has happened in the span of 3 years. Really in the span of a strong 2.
Amazing.
A strong 2. Is there anything that could happen this season that could take you backwards on your faith and your belief in the Detroit Lions?
Injuries. It wouldn't take the faith away, but injuries would hurt them because they do have a phenomenal roster, and their depth is pretty good. Still need more.
What if they went 9-8?
They won't.
But it's not. It's an if thing.
So if they go 9-8 and get in the playoffs like the New York Giants did back in the day and beat the Patriots, I'll be fine with that too.
We're talking about the Detroit Lions, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything can still happen, gentlemen.
And that's more so, I think, what I was asking.
Anything can happen to any team then.
Sure.
It's not the old Lions anymore, man. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So don't say that.
You got all of Detroit's been trying to tell me that.
Don't say that.
Okay, I didn't say it. He's asking
So
what
don't say
could
anything
happen.
can happen. It's not anything
Injuries.
can happen. They're different now.
And history.
Forget history. History's over.
I sure hope you're right, and it feels like it. But if you're asking me, and I'm answering honestly, beyond injuries, history could catch up with this team. I don't believe in that anymore. I think that
Shut his mic off again, Mike. Mic off. We don't need that crap in the universe.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
You can leave it off for a little bit, Mike, man.
Jeez.
Leave it off for a little bit. No, turn it back on. We're just joking. Yeah, I just asked the question just to pose it. I mean, this is a team that has been plagued by season after season of defeat and misery. And they've had 2 really good years. So it's just a question. It's like, is there anything that you can do? Maz says, hell no. He believes in the regime. So do I. You say more so.
I don't think it happens.
You like Murphy's Law, if it can happen.
If it did happen, it wouldn't be shocking. I'm sorry, but everybody in Detroit who's ever been a fan of this team understands what it is to be shocked and let down by this team. This regime feels totally different, and I'm so ready to embrace BNL. But it can still happen here in Detroit, guys. Shut his mic off. Shut my mic off,
Yeah,
guys.
you keep your mic on. I'm telling you, I saw 750,000 people. Not all for the Lions, but majority were. And
I'm just saying,
They'd be
man.
different than you. They would be definitely disappointed.
You can't possibly look at what this team has become in the last 3 years and still talk about when Steve Mariucci coached them or Marty Morningweg coached them or insert coach here. You cannot
Chuck
compare it. You can't, Anson. You're talking about a different.
You
You're
better
talking
watch
literally
out.
about a different
This
franchise.
chat's about to blow up. Hey, feel free to go at Anson, ladies and
That's
gentlemen.
fine. That's fine. I mean, we need
This
some
ain't the same
engagement on it.
franchise, man.
It is, though.
No, it's not. It's like
But it is.
It's like
They still wear the same colors. They still play in the same stadium that only hosted playoff games 1 year in its existence.
2-0.
Sure.
2-0.
Sure. In all 2 playoff games in 20 years.
That's fine.
And
I'm not
listen,
counting 20 years.
A win
I'm counting
is a win.
2
I
years.
don't think it's going to happen. But this is still the Lions, gentlemen. And if you're going to ask me what could happen that would ruin this season, I'm going to tell you right now. It's that.
Well, you just almost
That would
ruined
be
the show.
But honestly, if he's right and it's injuries,
Take a quick
that
break,
would be the
man.
Lions, right?
Right.
If the Lions fell apart because of injuries and we missed the playoffs, that would be as SOL as it gets.
Man.
Oh, I said those 3 letters. Chat about to blow up.
Anyway, this man has clearly lost his ever-loving mind
I
over
just
here.
don't.
And we
How
have
do
to,
you compare it?
And we have to tolerate it.
Charlie Batch ain't here.
You know, shout out to Charlie Bass. I loved me some
He
Charlie
won.
Bass.
He won a Super Bowl.
Eastern Michigan.
Not
Let's
for
go.
us.
No, for the Silk. 100%.
We love C. Batch and the Batch Foundation.
You guys
They're
are
in Pittsburgh,
hilarious.
though.